Сейчас я хотел бы пригласить Франка Харцхайма и уважаемую Лидию для того, чтобы они рассказали, как бывший командный пункт стал дата-центром.
Thank you. My name is Frank from Deltalis from Switzerland. Unfortunately, I do not speak Russian, but therefore this problem is being solved by Lydia. She speaks Russian very well. So I have the pleasure to be invited here by our partner RUVDS, who runs part of their cloud in our data center. And what I would like to do is to present you this data center now in the next few slides, what we did actually. I don't understand Russian, but I got a few points, so therefore. Good, great. Before, and this is something that you said, what are the challenges of the cloud? And one part is the security, of course. It's always like that. But and normally we say, and there is the Cloud Security Alliance, and they have defined 7 main risks, and all are, hacking and cyber and all this stuff. But on the other side, there are even more threats and risks that we have to be aware of, that we have to consider. For example, where is the data physically stored? Now, for example, I've been using cloud since many years because I had a Yahoo email account. So I was using cloud because my emails were somewhere and I didn't know. My photos, my copy of my passport or whatever. So it was somewhere, it was in the cloud, it was not on my PC. So we have to be aware of that. Cloud is nothing new. Cloud is but now people start to be aware. You have a very famous American fellow living now in Moscow whose name is Snowden. He started with a very critical approach, and then we thought, wow, shouldn't we know where my data is? It's a very important thing when you thought about cloud and off-premise. One part is from where to where is data sent. Now we have in Europe as well a funny, let's say, unstable situation with Brexit, UK leaving, so Europe is a little bit shaky, except Switzerland, because they are not part of the European community. So now UK have to renegotiate with each country of the 27 members to where they can send data. It's not only storing, it's also from where to where can data been sent. The good thing is there is a strong relationship between Russia and and Switzerland. So this is solved, but in Europe we have to solve this anyhow as well. Now, when you do, when you have your own data center and you have your cloud, so you wanna grow. And you want to be flexible, so you have to have the right data center. And at the end, you have to select the ideal data center partner, and you have to select the ideal data center location. All this together, it's very, very important, based or as a basis for cloud security. And I would say there is no safe cloud. Absolutely, because always you say, safe cloud, it's cyber, whatever. There's no safe cloud without security in the right location. If I run my cloud, and my people say, where do you have your IT? And I said, in my grandma's cellar, then I have a problem. So when it comes to risks for a data center location, of course, natural disasters. There's political stability, which is very important in your country. The country that you choose for your data center should be stable politically as well. Energy security, data center without energy, then you have a problem, because a cloud without electricity is not working, obviously. International bandwidth, a cloud without international and connectivity is not worth anything, it's clear as well. Ease of doing business is very important. Sustainability, nowadays it's very important, for some more, for some less, is how much energy is coming from renewables, for example. Then the energy costs, of course, corporate tax, and the water. And these are all, let's say, risks or threats that have been identified by the Data Center Risk Index when countries were verified and validated during 2016, where Switzerland was ranked number 3 of the best country for data centers, just after Norway and Iceland. And I think you said something in Russia, I think, because she told me, that it's something like, how can I go there? Of course, what is reachability? So Switzerland is the center of Europe, it's very easy to reach, much easier than Norway and Iceland. But I won't come to that as well later on. To say, and this is something in a way, because when you take a data center decision, when you say, I want to have my data center there, and that's something that you thought as well, I think migration, I have to move and I have to store my data. So once you have normally chosen a data center, you do not want actually to move running IT from A to B. It is a nightmare for system admins, for any technician, even for the business. So it is an important decision, and this important decision should be taken in a stable environment, for example, Switzerland. But nowadays, we have a world which is definitely not stable. We have a world with an Brexit, for example. We have, unfortunately, terrorist attacks. We have crisis. We have wars. All this together is not the right stable environment to take such an important decision for a company where to run the data center. Unfortunately, this decision is to be taken in a stable environment. So what we did in Deltalis, we bought a bunker in a mountain. And this bunker is in Switzerland, the largest bunker that was to be sold, and it was in fact the largest bunker. It is 35,000 square meters in total, with outside and inside purely it's 15,000 square meters, with own mountain water to cool, because IT gets hot, needs to be cooled. So we bought this one. It was for 1,500 soldiers. It was built for nuclear events. So there is no safer place that you could imagine. And what we did, we built a data center out of it. When we talk about Deltalis as a company, of course, it's a combination. Basically, one part is that we are in Switzerland. And I want to come to this, what does it mean? Then, of course, it's our facility, which is the bunker, which is simply undestroyable. And then our services. All this together makes us a unique data center provider and a partner, for example, for companies like Rude VDS. So where is Deltalis and our data center? It's in Switzerland. Switzerland is the global place for data, which is being developed very, very strongly. Switzerland has been the global place for money as well, and for other valuable things. And people understand that most valuable, perhaps more than money, is information and data. So Switzerland is getting there and is positioning very strongly. It is at the top 3 country, what I said before, with the risk index just voted last year. It has a perfect geographic location, very political consistency, and very stable economically wise. It is very stable and neutral in any political, let's say, relation. So what we know actually now is that we do not know. In outside, we have a very stable, unstable situation, what I said before. Now as well with a new president on the Western world, large country, sometimes he says things today what perhaps are different that he said before. These things might be good or not. That's not my job to judge it, but I only say it is rather unstable. And it's very difficult for companies to base on something that you do not know. Switzerland is as it used to be, and it will be as it is, which is very important. We are located in the canton Uri, which is just an hour away from Zurich. An hour you take from the international airport, Zurich, an hour you get to us. We have outstanding fiber connectivity. We are just around the corner between the backbone, internet backbone that connects Zurich to Milan. We have a very low latency, 80 milliseconds, 30 milliseconds to the major part of Europe, 41 milliseconds to Moscow. This is done by a carrier that we have inside our data center. We are not exposed to any urban environmental risk, and as I said, very, very close to Zurich. When we look at our facility, I want to show this a little bit more. It's simply indestructible. That's what I said before. It's nuclear proof, and it's even EMP protected, which is very important topic. Nowadays, data centers are exposed to a risk which is electromagnetic pulse protection. There are even, plans to build your own electromagnetic cannon in the internet, so we do this. We are protected and certified. We have a state-of-the-art security system, of course. We have 7 megawatt to 14 megawatt committed power. We have a 2N, N+1 redundancy. In Russia you use very often Uptime Institute Tier 3, Tier 4. I hear this very often. We are Tier 3 plus. If you want to compare this, we are more than Tier 3. Oops, sorry. We use 100% local energy, which is produced locally, gives us stability. On top, it is CO2 neutral, so it's carbon free. We have a very high design for power efficiency with our own cooling water, and we are a fully owned and pure Swiss company. We have a very short look at the facility. We have 3 buildings, 1, 2, 3. This is all inside the mountain. This is outside. So here we have an entrance, and there we have an entrance. We have 2 entrances, which is important. We have even an entrance where a truck can go into the bunker completely. In order to get to data rooms that we have started to build there, you have several security layers, and we use biometrics plus personal badges plus CCTV. Biometrics, what we use is finger vein scanning, not fingerprint. It's more reliable. Now we have here a security, there security, here, and it's all badged, and we know exactly when, for example, if Nikita comes to us and looks for his Huawei technology Jesse is running in our data center, we know exactly where you are and when you are there. So up to your rack. The rack is completely, protected, and it's, in order to get there, you have several security layers. We have our own mountain water. The water is 700,000 liters of water that we get from the mountain. It has as 14 degree. With that, we cool down the IT, so we are very efficient when it comes to cooling. We have our diesel reservoirs inside the mountain and our generators inside the mountains. Everything is redundant. Everything is double, as defined by Tier 3 plus. We have carriers. What we are not providing connectivity our own. We provide fiber, so we are redundantly and multiple connected with fiber. The IP connectivity is provided by carriers. We are carrier independent. For example, we have one which is red in a Russian international. We have Cogent, we have Swisscom, UPC, quite a lot. We are growing our carrier list on a very frequent base. Services, we are colo, so we provide high secure data center services. So we start from a quarter rack, if you like, half a rack, full rack, private suite. We can even provide a very customized environment for the customer, where the customer can do what he wants with all security that he wants to have. We are very flexible with power, so we have racks that consume very, very low, but we have high density racks as well. Connectivity services, as I said, fiber, we provide fiber, and then on top, which is very important, some value-add services. And coming back to your point as well, we provide remote management. Like, for example, our colleagues, our partners from RUVDS, they are able to remotely connect from here to their equipment that they have in the bunker and do KVM sessions, serial sessions, or SPM, service processor management. That's what we provide. Our certifications, as data center without certification, it's very important that you have this. So we have ISO 27001. We are EMP protected. We are complying to NATO standard, military standard for electromagnetic pulse protection. We are Eurocloud 5 and 4 star, Swiss-made quality, certified 100% green energy, PCI compliance. PCM is Payment Card Institute, and we are a member of VG-Swiss, which is an association of purely Swiss quality data centers and system integrators in Switzerland.
У нас, конечно, есть самые главные европейские сертификаты, которые по европейским стандартам нам были сделаны.
Some of our customers, and I want to highlight, of course, RUVDS, that we are very proud to have since last year. So you see we have customers, it's just a subset of customers, we cannot put them all, but we have customers which are from financial institutions, there are enterprises that look for backup solutions, for example. We have cloud providers quite a lot. We have encrypted email providers, like, I don't know if you know Proton Email, I don't know, but they are in our data center, very famous in the market. So we have a widespread set of customers that really care about security. They do not want to a normal DC. They want to have a secure partner for their data and IT. That was the presentation. Before I finish, this is a nice video, so have a look.
It's responsibility. Responsibility is when someone trusts you and you accept that trust. But in today's world, you can't rely on just one person. You have to trust their entire network. And actually, that is the hardest part of carrying responsibility. Finding people to share that with. People who take it as seriously as you do. But maybe we've gone too far. Too many people interact. Things change too fast. And now no one understands what's really going on. Some people say that the world has become too complex and that it's not safe anymore. But I don't think so.
Thank you.